Hi guys, I'm Sunil and welcome back to my channel. So I hope you all are good, and today we are going to start with new chapter called user management in Linux and Unix. Okay, here we will learn about how to create user, how to modify user, and how to delete user and change their passwords. Okay, so let's start with the user management. So user management includes everything from creating a user to deleting a user on your system and modifying it. The root user is a super user and allowed to create user and delete user and modify it. The root user always has user ID that is called 0, right? In system there are two types of user. One is system user, one is normal user. So how you will recognize what are the system users in your system? So any user ID which create from 1 to 999, that is called system user, right? And the normal user will be start from 1000 greater than 1000 onwards. Okay, so any user ID having 1000 or more than that will be the normal user. Any user you will create into the system that will take a user ID by default more than 1000. Okay, and any system user will get ID by default from 1 to 999. Okay, so let's see. First, how we'll list out the users in Linux. So there is a configuration file that is called etc passwd. Whenever you will create any user, that will be logged into the etc passwd file. So as we already talked about the awk command, or you can also use the cut command as well. So let's see how you can see the user, how many users are there in your system. Okay, so these are the users in my system are available. Okay, now there is some commands which is useful in creating and deleting and modifying a user. So id is the command. By using, you can check the username and id and whatever the groups a user is assigned to, right? And second is the user at username command, okay, to create the user. And user mode command is used to change the user, login name, and any kind of change like changing home directory, changing cells, you can use the user mode command. And passwd is the command which is used to change the password or create the user password. User tell is the command to delete the user, right? So configuration file will be etc passwd. So let's see what is there inside the etcwd file. So you can use cat etc passwd file. So there are 7 fields and all are separated by colon. Okay, so what are all these 7 fields? First field will be username. Second field will be the password that is encrypted, and they're having another file that is called shadow, where the password will be stored in the encrypted format. So this is the password field. And third field is user id. What is the user id of the username, and what is the default group id of the username, and what is the comment? Here will be the comment in double colon. This will be the comment, and if there is no comment, it will take double colon itself. And then sixth one is the slash home slash username, and the seventh one will be your cell, default cell, slash bin slash bash is the default cell. The seventh field will be for cell, and sixth field will be for your home directory. Okay, the command to change the user id for a user. Okay, so let's see, we create one user that is called user add command. Let's see, user add Sunil. Sorry, let's clear the screen first. Okay, let's create user add. Okay, I have created the username Sunil. Let's see, etc passwd file. So you can see there is a Sunil last line. So the user get created, right? And you can do tail command as well. Okay, so this is the Sunil which get created right now. So let's see, I want to change some file. I want to modify user ID. So here user ID is, you can see 1001, right? If I want to change it 1982, so use this command. Sorry, you can use -u option. Okay, then user at -u and then ID. Let's see, let's say it's a 2000. Okay, and what is the username? Sunil. Sorry, you have to use user mode command to change the user mode. Okay, now check with the tail command. This is changed into the 2000, right? And the group ID is still same because I didn't change the group ID. Now I want to change the group ID also. So what is the command? User mode -g. Instead of -u, you have to use -g. Let's say it's a -g. Okay. So here group does not exist. -g does not exist, so we cannot change, right? We can change to other. Let's say there is a 1000. Okay, we can change it to the 1000 because 1000 group is available. Okay, it's changed. Now check. User ID is 2000 and group ID is 1000, right? If you want to change the username, so you can use -g new group. If you want to change the username itself, so what are the commands you can use to changing the username? You have to use -l and then your new name and then your old login name, right? Let's change user mode -l. Let's say new user is Anil and your old login name is Sunil. Okay, and let's check ID. Okay, so now user is changed with Anil 2000 and 1000 is user ID is for the Aspertel, right? So you can check the passwd file as well. So this is the Anil user change and home directory itself is a Sunil. User name is only changed, but home directory is just same. Okay, now I want to change the home directory also. So use -d command, -d option in user mode. Let's see, -d/home/Anil. Okay, this is the home directory of Anil and username is Anil. So now check ID. So now you can see the home directory changed now, right? Okay, and how to delete user? How to delete a username? So user, there is a command to delete the user. Let's use that. User del -r Anil. So user/home/Anil not found because the home directory is not get created. ls and l/home. So this, see, here is no Anil, right? So we do not have to use -r option. So Anil is get deleted, already deleted. So let's check passwd file. There is no Anil, right? So here is only S Patel. Now we will talk about the Passwd backup file. Suppose you have messed something in Passwd file, okay, and in Passwd file if you miss something, how will get backup of the Passwd file? So there is file available called etc passwd hyphen file, which is the backup of passwd file. So let's see, ls hyphen la plus etc passwd star. So you can see here is the password hyphen file, which is the backup of the old passwd file. Cat slash etc passwd hyphen. So you can see here Anil is there, right? This is the backup of the old files. But if you check the your current passwd file, there is no Anil, right? So that is the backup is available, right? So now you can check the password file as well. So let's clear the screen. There is a file called etc shadow. So this is the file which store the password in encrypted format. So this is the password, right, which we have created. If username do not have password, this file will be blank, this field will be blank, there will be nothing, right? And this is the how many days user is exist in system, and what is the minimum limit and what is the maximum limit, and how many days before it should be send the notification before the expiring the password, that is a 7 days. So you can get all details here, etc passwd file. So let's see, we create another user at let's say Mohan, okay. Okay, I used the wrong command, typo. Okay, now check the password file, etc shadow file. For Mohan there is no encrypted password, right? Now change the password for Mohan. You can change the password by passwd command. So let's new password assign here, retype the password. Now see this shadow file, the Mohan and the encrypted password is get created, right? How you can log into the Mohan? Use su command, and so you can log in into the Mohan. So what is your ID? Your ID is Mohan. By using ID command you can know who are you, right? Or you can use who am I. So you are the Mohan. For exiting you can use logout, or you can use exit, or you can use control plus D, okay. So you can log out from that. So I'm exit from the Mohan, right? So if you go into the home directory and see Mohan is created, right? We are going to Mohan, and if you check here ls-la, there are some hidden files. One is the bash history, bash logout, bash profile, and bash rc. These are the hidden files which will get created when user is created into the system, okay. We will talk about this, what is bash history, bash logout, bash profile, bash rc. We will talk in the next session, but from where these are coming. So there is one file called etc scale, sorry, this is the directory. So if you do ls-l in this directory, you can see the same thing. So whenever you will create any user, home directory will get created by all these files by defaults, and these files will copy it from the /scale file itself. Okay, so now in this session we have seen how to create user, how to delete user, and how to modify user, how to change the password, how to check the configuration files, how to change the password, and so all are the user, and so all the user kind of user management session we have done over here. If you have any doubt while doing this practice, please comment me. I will give you response as soon as possible. Okay, if you like my videos, please like it, subscribe it. Thank you very much for listening and watching my videos. Have a nice day.